A big news is coming for Indian economy. India-United Kingdom Free Trade Agreement is going to come into force on 15th of July 2026. This is being hailed by Prime Minister Modi as a historical milestone as far as the India-UK bilateral relation is concerned. Experts weigh in and say this could be a game changer for the Indian exports, job creation, as well as for entry of Indian goods in the UK, competitiveness of Indian exports to UK. So what is this CETA all about? Let us try to understand everything about this deal in more detail. So first of all, to give you a background of this particular issue, Free Trade Agreement in the case of India UK also being referred as Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement. It will come into force on 15th of July 2026. This has been confirmed by the Commerce Ministry of Government of India, and based on this, Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, also has written a post or basically posted on the X that it is a historic milestone for India-UK relations. Delighted to note that India-UK CETA Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement will enter into force on 15th July 2026. Prime Minister Modi has noted that this agreement will significantly boost our bilateral trade and investment. Now, let us try to understand in details that how this particular agreement can benefit. But before that, let us try to understand about the CETA in brief. CETA was a kind of a deal that was signed on 24th of July 2025 when Prime Minister Modi visited United Kingdom. This is also considered as one of the largest free trade agreement that India has signed with any country in the recent year. And this, though it is being referred as Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement, why it is called as comprehensive? Because apart from the trade in goods, this agreement also covers trade in services, and thus overall it is expected that this particular deal would enhance market access as well as investment both in India and within the United Kingdom itself. Now, why it matters? The reason is because if you look at India and UK today, they are the fifth and sixth largest economy, and this particular agreement, trade agreement, is trying to connect them, trying to bridge or fill the gap that existed in the trade structure between these countries, and also allow the possibilities for the companies in both countries to explore each other's market. Overall, we can say the enforcement of this deal would promote economic integration between India and United Kingdom. Not only that, now because India will enjoy a greater extent of competitiveness as far as export competitiveness is concerned to UK market. It will also provide possibilities for the Indian businesses to expand their footprint in the UK market. At the same time, British investors would also get derive benefit from this particular deal. Overall, we can say that UK is overall considered as a strategic partner of India, and to some extent, signing of this deal, signing of this agreement enhances that particular stature. Now, before moving to understand how or what sectors would be benefited from this deal, we want to announce that Legacy IAS Academy has launched a men's age test series. These test series specifically will benefit the students who have or aspirants who have cleared the civil services prelims examination and who have just around 60 days before the mains examination would commence. So this is time when you should focus on answer writing, getting feedback, getting it evaluated, and then get personal mentorship. So for that, we have brought in a test series that has started on June 1st. You can still enroll in it. You'll also have opportunity to have one-to-one mentorship. The overall details of this particular test series is mentioned here. You can give a call to the number being displayed here to get enrolled here. Apart from that, those students who just want to enroll in test series, we have also test series for themselves, and a special discount would be given to the students who have cleared prelims examination this year. So now coming back to this particular topic, the tariff reductions that we are seeing will obviously lead to the lowering of custom duties on many of the Indian exports to the British market. Indian exports thus become more competitive. Imagine that we are competing with many South Asian countries, including Bangladesh, we have China, we have Philippines, Vietnam in Southeast Asia and all that. So now because the FTA is signed, CETA is signed between India and UK, we or our companies, our industries would be able to sell the same product at relatively lower cost compared to other countries as such. And that's why the value and the volume of exports from Indian industries is expected to significantly surge in the coming months and years. Also, it provides easier access for the British product to enter India and overall increase in the bilateral commerce between these countries. Now, if you take a look at this particular graph, you can see that India runs a trade surplus with UK, and also the trade volume has climbed up in the recent year. The latest data that we have is from 24-25. We can see that overall we have about $4.7 billion of trade surplus with United Kingdom, and that is expected to further increase, which we can use to fund our deficit with other countries. And thus the major beneficiary is going to be the labor intensive sector. Textile industry is considered as the most labor intensive industry, and it employs millions and millions of people of India who are expected to derive benefit from this particular deal. Apart from that, other labor intensive sectors such as leather industry, where we have manufacturing of footwear, sports goods industry, engineering goods and manufacturing sector is expected to derive the biggest benefit. If we talk about engineering goods and manufacturing goods, they themselves make up roughly 30 to 40% of the entire export basket. So these 5-6 sectors are going to be the major beneficiary under the CETA. Now, once CETA comes into force, enhanced UK market access would be experienced by the countries here. For example, if you talk about United Kingdom itself, it is believed that after this deal comes into effect, 99.1% of tariff lines UK will open to India, and it will cover about 100% of trade value. Now what it means? It means that if India export 10 different type of goods to United Kingdom, almost 99.1%, that means 9.91 goods that you have will get benefit from this particular trade agreement. And why we are calling it that it covers 100% trade value? Because almost 100% of our export in terms of value will come under the CETA. That means we will have a much more larger a share in the British market, in the England's market, as far as these products are concerned. Most product would receive zero duty access, and that is a game changer. You can imagine that till now, majority of sectors were getting no such kind of tax benefit, no such kind of custom duty benefits. So they had to be sold in the British market at a much more higher cost, at much more higher prices. And this you can compare with our relations with the US. Especially, we have lost to a large extent our market access to USA due to the Trump's tariff, the extra tariff that began to impose on many countries, including India. So, keeping that situation in mind, the opening of British market, the opening of UK market can play a significant role in boosting India's overall export. Now, it will boost export opportunities also, because it is believed that many of the products that we have in India, whether it is related to textile sector, leather sector, their surge or their significant increase in volume can be expected. Now, what is the expected economic gains from this particular deal? So, based on the calculation, it seems that the entire trade basket that we have with United Kingdom will see annual trade boost of roughly 25.5 billion euro. 25.5 billion pound as such. Pound sterling, as you know, is the currency of United Kingdom. Increased investment opportunities, because obviously if you're able to sell your products at a competitive cost, you would have the incentive to further increase your footprint, further basically improve your strength there, increase your strength of investment there. Expansion of business activity is going to be a significant outcome of this entire trade agreement. Not only that, the businesses which already have their footprint, already have their presence in the British market, or the British companies who already have their presence in the Indian market, they will also have opportunity to improve their growth prospects. That means they can increase the amount of or the value of goods and services they were exporting and importing earlier. Not only that, this deal also is comprehensive because it covers social security agreement, and it will also come into effect from 15 July 2026. That means the professionals who are working in the United Kingdom, they will also get advantage from this. Overall, for those people, Indian citizens, Indian resident, this passport holders who are residing in United Kingdom, their social security benefit will be improved, coordination would be improved, and that also complements the agreement that we have signed in the goods and trades and goods sector. So overall, by looking and analyzing all this entire CETA, we can say that we have heralded a new era as far as the India-UK bilateral relations is concerned. It overall strengthens the bilateral trade investment. Not only that, it provides a possibility, it basically creates a possibility to create job, that means increase the employment opportunities, expand market opportunities for both nations, and at the same time support each other's long-term growth as such. So that's all about this particular issue. I hope you understood the benefit and advantages of the signing and coming in force of the CETA between India and UK. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, as well as subscribe to our channel for more such content. Thank you very much.